Isla, the sleepy sea turtle. Far beneath the sparkling waves of the wide blue ocean, where sunlight dances like golden ribbons and the water hums in quiet song, lived a little sea turtle named Isla. Isla wasn't just any turtle. She was a green sea turtle, with a round, gentle shell the color of jade and sea foam, and smooth flippers made for gliding through the sea just like a feather drifting in the wind. Her eyes were big and warm, like tiny pieces of the sky, and when she blinked slowly, it looked like the whole ocean was sighing in peace. She lived in a quiet coral reef tucked in a shallow lagoon. The water there was always just the right temperature, soft and warm like a cozy bath. Bright fish darted through the swaying seagrass, and the coral shimmered like underwater castles in pink, orange, and blue. Isla had grown up in this reef, surrounded by friends like dancing jellyfish, tiny striped shrimp, and sleepy starfish that clung to rocks like sparkly pillows. It was a safe place, perfect for a little sea turtle learning how to be brave and strong in the big wide world. Sea turtles, you see, live most of their lives in the ocean. When they're babies, they hatch on sandy beaches and make a dash for the sea, tiny and determined. Isla had done that once, long ago. She didn't remember much of it, just the feeling of soft sand beneath her flippers and the sound of the waves calling her home. Ever since, the ocean had been her whole world. Did you know that sea turtles can hold their breath for hours when they rest? They slow their hearts down so gently, it's like a whisper under their shell. Isla hadn't quite mastered that skill yet. She was still little, and her body still buzzed with energy and wonder, especially when it was bedtime. Isla was curious. She loved to explore, gliding past rainbow parrotfish, peeking into hollow shells, and riding soft currents like they were invisible slides. She collected smooth pebbles and watched sunbeams sparkle through the water. She followed dolphins from a distance and made friends with shy seahorses. There was always something new to discover. But at night, bedtime was tricky, because it was time to rest. The sun had dipped low, turning the water a gentle indigo color. The reef had grown still. Even the clownfish were tucked away in their anemone beds. Isla floated near the ocean floor, her flippers barely moving. She nestled into a quiet patch of sand beneath the ledge, where sleepy starfish clung to the rocks and the sea hummed softly all around. She was ready to wind down, but her eyes, bright and curious, would not close. Her thoughts swirled like drifting jellyfish. What if I forget how to swim tomorrow? What if I miss something magical while I'm asleep? She turned slowly onto one side, then the other, her shell making a soft whisper as it brushed the sand. Her flippers felt restless, and her belly fluttered like a school of silverfish. She sighed, sending a tiny puff of bubbles up toward the surface. I want to sleep, Isla thought, but my body is still swimming. She blinked slowly, remembering something her mama once told her. something gentle, something true. Even the sea needs stillness, and even the strongest swimmers need rest. And just like that, something inside her began to soften. Isla stayed nestled beneath her coral edge, the sea quiet all around her. She gazed up through the deep blue, where shimmering moonlight filtered like soft silk. Somewhere far above, the surface sparkled, but here in her cozy corner, everything was slow and still. Almost. Isla's flippers still twitched now and then. Her thoughts bubbled like tiny crabs scuttling across the sand. Then, slowly, she remembered something, an old trick her mama taught her during their long, lazy floats together. When your thoughts feel fast and your flippers won't rest, she had said, try the shell breath. Isla smiled softly at that memory. She closed her eyes and curled in just a little, tucking her flippers close to her shell. Then she breathed in, gently, slowly, like drawing in the scent of salty sea air. In through her nose, 1, 2, 3, and then even slower, out through her mouth, 4, 5, 6. She held it, letting the breath press softly against her shell, like a hug from the inside. Slow breathing activates a part in your body that helps it relax. As each breath goes, so can the sneaky tension that is stuck in your body. The bubbles rose from her lips and danced toward the surface, drifting like sleepy wishes. Isla tried again. In, 1, 2, 3. Out, 4, 5, 6. Each breath was a wave, washing gently over her. Each breath was a lullaby, sung by the sea. Her flipper softened. Her shell felt warmer. And her thoughts, those fast little swimmers, began to quiet. The ocean didn't rush, and neither did she. She was just breathing, just floating, just being. And for the first time that evening, Isla felt still. Isla floated quietly in the soft arms of the sea. Her breathing had slowed, and her flippers felt less twitchy. But her mind still wandered now and then, like a curious fish darting between coral. She needed something more. Just one last trick to help her drift off completely. She remembered how peaceful it felt to glide, really glide, through the water like how turtles do. Turtles don't rush. They move with the sea. They follow the rhythms of the waves, soft and smooth. So Isla closed her eyes and imagined it. The way she gently pushed off from the reef, the way the current carried her without effort, the way the water held her, cradled her, rocked her. Glide in, glide out, like her body was floating in a dream. Isla didn't move now, not really. But in her mind, she swam slow and steady, just beneath the moonlight. She pictured herself soaring through the seagrass, twisting past the sleepy anemones, brushing by starfish resting on rocks. There was no rush, no place to be, just drifting. Glide in, glide out. The rhythm lulled her. Each imaginary stroke loosened her thoughts. Each quiet turn let her float further from her worries. Her shell felt safe. The sea felt soft, and her sleepy glide became slower and slower, until even her daydreams faded into the blue. Isla had tried so many sleepy tricks. She had tucked herself in with kelp. She had breathed like the waves. She had listened to the hush of the reef. But somehow, her mind still fluttered like a curious jellyfish. Just one more trick, she thought, her eyes blinking slowly. One last gentle idea to help me drift. And then, she remembered. Long ago, a stargazer fish had told her something special, magical. If you ever feel too awake to sleep, imagine a little star just for you. Let it float above you and carry your thoughts far, far away. Isla smiled softly. She pictured a tiny glowing star drifting down from the night sky, past the surface of the sea, through the moonlight, down, down into the deep where she rested. It hovered just above her, glowing gently, soft and golden like a firefly underwater. Isla let her eyes fall closed. She took a slow, sleepy breath in, and as she breathed out, she imagined the little star floating up, carrying her busy thoughts with it. She breathed in again, slow and deep. With every breath, the star glowed dimmer. With every breath, her body sank into stillness, and soon the star faded into the sky, taking all of her thoughts with it. Isla didn't need to chase sleep anymore. She was already floating in it. Her flippers rested. Her shell felt light. The reef shimmered around her like a lullaby, and the sea held her like a cradle. And at last, Isla, the tiny sea turtle, dreamed beneath the stars. The moonlight wrapped around the ocean like a soft silver blanket, and the gentle waves whispered secrets to the shore. Isla, still tucked under the warm seaweed blanket, felt her little tiny body grow heavier with each soft breath. She had imagined the glowing star floating away, and with each breath, she had felt the weight of her worries slip away as well. The water around her seemed to hug her gently, the quiet hum of the ocean wrapping her in comfort. The star was still there in her mind, floating softly in the night sky, casting its gentle glow over the sea. Isla's thoughts had slowed to a peaceful trickle. No more racing, no more wondering, just the peaceful ebb and flow of the tide, and the feeling of her soft, cozy shell pressing against the ocean's warm embrace. Her tiny flippers felt relaxed now, her little body calm, and she thought for a moment, I'm just like the star, floating soft and calm, drifting away into my dreams. Isla closed her eyes, letting the sweet rhythm of the waves carry her away. She imagined herself drifting along with the star, sailing through a sky full of sparkles and soft colors, where the night was always gentle and warm. And just like that, with a soft sigh, Isla finally drifted into a deep and peaceful sleep. Her breathing slowed, her heartbeat in time with the rhythm of the ocean, and her dreams were filled with the quiet whispers of the sea. Under the twinkling stars, in the quiet depths of the ocean, Isla the sea turtle slept soundly, wrapped in the love of the waves. The sea was her lullaby, and the ocean held her in its tender arms. And with the softest smiles, Isla dreamed of the endless ocean, full of wonder and light, where everything was peaceful and all was calm.